So, welcome to Community Mindfulness. So glad you're here, and we'll prepare for practice this week with casting the eyes down or closing the eyes, and just let the breath become the center of where we are. With the inhale and the exhale, no matter what is happening, pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral, we can allow the breath to bathe and nourish the moment with the inhale and the exhale. And it changes nothing and it changes everything. To just focus on the breath, noticing the soft quietness, the nourishment, the food that we offer ourselves, the food of being present in the moment, and then the food we offer all others, which is our presentness in the moment. And if your mind wanders into thought or feeling, you don't need to make any of that go away. It's just at the outside edge of awareness as you focus on the inhale and the exhale. And there may be a sense of satisfaction that arises just to breathe mindfully. And so if that's available to you, enjoy that as a emotional feeling. Connecting the focus and concentration on the breath to a small or large sense of satisfaction. Just an availability in the moment, not changing anything, and also changing everything. Very good. And then turn your attention to physical feeling. First, your seat, where your sit bones touch the chair or the sofa, and your feet to the floor, a sense of grounding, and then the length of the spine from the base all the way up to the crown of the head, a sense of liftedness and openness. And notice how both those sensations can exist at the same time. Groundedness, firmness, stability, as well as openness and spaciousness and lightness around. And so just in those simple physical feelings, we are introduced or come into contact with two opposites happening at the same time. And because it's a physical feeling, it's discernible or a little bit concrete. And if either of those is hard to grasp, that's okay. The groundedness is a sense of being held by gravity, and the lightness and the spaciousness is just a sense of air or space around us. And we can hold both of those in one experience. Embracing both as an experience right now. And we may feel a sense of satisfaction or nourishment there, just feeling groundedness and spaciousness. And allow your experience to just be a physical feeling of groundedness and spaciousness. If you want to feel more grounded, you might place your palms face down in your lap or on your legs. And if you want to feel more spaciousness, you may open your palms face up and just notice the lightness. And if you're not sure, you can practice that. Palms down. How does that feel? Palms up. How does that feel? And go with what feels right in the moment, knowing that both are available. So, in any situation, it seems the polar opposites are each available. And then take that feeling of groundedness or spaciousness into an emotional feeling. We feel the groundedness of our sit bones on our seat and the openness around our skin and above our head and maybe above the palms. But you can take that into the less concrete of emotional feeling, feeling grounded and yet free. And as we practice, welcoming both of those aspects into our experience, we then realize we can practice that with any seemingly polar opposite situations. Physical, like the concrete feeling of our seat and the spaciousness, or emotional, holding both with no judgment or preference of one over the other. Holding both. Realizing perhaps that our experience is always holding both in some way. And then going back to the inhale and the exhale, which in a sense is also holding both, or the feeling of groundedness and spaciousness, physical feeling, but very concrete. Breathing in, breathing out, feeling grounded, feeling spaciousness, and knowing that each of these accessible experiences can lead us through a doorway of practice with more complicated concepts. Inhale and exhale for groundedness and spaciousness, or both, alternating back and forth. or holding them together. When we can experience opposites happening in a very concrete way, in a simple way, we then can be looking through the doorway to practice with more complex concepts or experiences or events. Keeping the focus on the breath or the physical feelings. Letting all distractions go to the outside edge of awareness. Let them arise and just return to the periphery of awareness. And in just a few more breaths, I'll start to count backward from 5. And when we get to 1, we can open our eyes and finish our practice. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.